Hello. Hello. Hello, everyone. Hello, October. Hello, Darkleaf. Hello, Rainbow. Hello, Jay. Hey, Yuna. Hey, Anna. Hey, Lemon. Hey, Chop. Hey, Janetta. Long time no see. Long time no see. Welcome back in. Hey, Dawn of the Clans. Welcome back. Hey, Twist. Hey, Agnolia. Sick today. Oh, no. Hope you feel better. It's your birthday yesterday, Anna. Well, happy belated birthday. 3 ads. I'm sorry. Hello, Pasta, though. Hey, Gerard. Hey, Kai. Hey, Sam. Hello again. Pasta, you might have been in the adpocalypse while I said hello to you. So, I have news. All good, I assure you. First, let me check the Warriors Wiki Twitter to see if there was any Warrior Cat news today. I did not check before stream. I usually try to check before stream. Let's see if they have any news. Nope, no news. I got accepted into FWA. So that is the furry con that happens in Atlanta in May. So I am confirmed going to be selling in Atlanta this year again. So definitely want to finish this poster before then, but we were going to finish this one. If you could, oh wait, hold on. Jay's asking a question. Having a great day. Oh, thank you. If I could please use your animations in my TikTok edits. Yeah, I don't care. You can use my animations for anything safe for work. I don't care. But yes, so I got the confirmation that I will be there. I will have a bigger table this year, and I'm in the bazaar for all 3 days. So I'm very excited. I want to get this one done, obviously. But yeah. We're gonna finish this one hopefully in the next... I'm hoping that it takes like 3 more streams. We'll see though. I mean, it'll be 3 more streams and then I will have to do a lot of fine-tuning and finagling on my own, like on my laptop, because my laptop has different colors than this computer does. I don't know. You know how it is. You know how it is. But yes. Good news. Good news. That does mean that... I guess maybe it's not super good news for stream watchers, because that does mean that I will not be able to stream for an entire, like, 3-day session. Like, but it is very exciting. I do love going to cons. So, I was very excited. But we are going to keep rendering this out. I think what I'm going to do first is get the tree. I want to split the tree into my quick mask layers, because otherwise it will hurt my hand. So this is going to be not super fun to watch, but it will, I think, speed up the process in the long term. Yeah. I've been itching to... Oh, that's a part of the tree branch. It's okay. I'll just color it in. I've been itching to design some do some revamps, but I don't know. I'm gonna have to put together a list of things that I definitely want before FWA, because it is a really big con, so... I have a couple new prints from last year. And then I'll have my stickers. I might try to do another... What's happened to your wrist? I just need to do some exercises. It just gets stiff while I'm drawing. I don't have carpal tunnel or anything. I checked with my sister. So I'm pretty sure it's just like muscle strain. Because it goes away after when I go to bed, like I wake up in the morning and it's fine again, so. Just gets stiff. In my wave of paranoia. Honestly, that's probably a good idea. My stuff's constantly stolen because I don't watermark it. But you know what? It bothers me, but apparently not enough for me to actually go out and like make a watermark for stuff, so. Having a stiff and pain, I was sleeping on top of my wrist in a weird way, yeah. I've definitely done that before, where you've accidentally slept. It usually happens with my neck. But I completely understand what you're talking about. Well, it's not really the designs that I care about watermarking. I should really watermark my prints. Apparently they're being sold on Temu. But it's a little bit too late because they're on Temu already. So then I'm just like, what's even the point? Also, there's probably some AI generation that they can do to like remove the frickin' watermark. So I decide to just pretend it doesn't exist. Okay, I want the vines all a different color. This dark color will work perfect. Wake up with numb arms and hands. Yeah. That doesn't happen to me, thankfully. I did have a bit... I do have leg problems. Whoever was mentioning the leg, I also have leg problems. Mostly sciatica, though, which is like nerve pain. Which is... I was told by my physical therapist, because I went to physical therapy for it a couple years back, and I was told it's because I have underdeveloped muscles. Basically my glutes. I think they're like the biggest muscle in your entire body. They're your butt muscle. My glutes are underdeveloped, and so all the other muscles around that area are... like, they end up working overtime if I'm, like, lifting heavy objects and stuff like that. And so when they start to get inflamed because they're working too hard, they push on my sciatic nerve, and then I get the sciatic pain. So basically, I was told I have no butt, and I should exercise because it's causing me horrible pain. And then I didn't exercise. Such is the way of life. Crisscross? I sit crisscross a lot. This is also why I try not to shrimp either, because when I shrimp, it also, like, constricts that sciatic nerve. The sciatic nerve is I think it's one of the longer nerves in your body. It goes all the way down your leg. It stops at your knee. It's brutal. Pain is brutal. This just in, pain hurts. Okay, I have to keep reminding myself that this is a beech tree because my brain wants to make it, like, darker. Because I usually just end up making the trunks of trees darker than the leaves in general. I think it just helps separate the two values. But this is a beech tree, and I'm already making it pretty dark for a beech tree. But I don't want it to be white. I have to be careful because I don't want it to blend in to the really light quarry walls, but then I also don't want it to blend in too much with the bush things, you know? Knee pain. I don't have sciatica every single day. I used to. When I worked at the UPS store, I had it a lot. That was when I started going to physical therapy because I would have it so debilitating that I couldn't even get up without, like, passing out. And so, but it was because I was working at the UPS store where I was lifting heavy packages off the ground all the time. Right? So, it's calmed down quite a bit. But it'll flare up every once in a while. Not too often, though, now, which is very thankful for. I can't feel my feet. Oh, that's not good. I'm sorry. Yeah, pain sucks. I try not to think about it too much. When it happens, I know how to deal with it. I need to be doing my exercises, though. The fact of the matter is that I don't do enough preventative care to stop my muscles from aching. So basically, it's just all my fault. So then I just feel bad complaining about it because you complain about something and the only way you can fix it is by doing something on your own, then what's the point in complaining about it? It's just to do it. That's how I feel. So, I'm going to drop it. You need to set an alarm to do, like, my exercises at the same time every day. It's probably a good idea. I'm also probably gonna have to grab my blue light lenses. I feel like I start to my eyes go fuzzy when I'm rendering. And then I'm just staring at blue light all day long. I don't know. I gotta finish that sign piece too. Oh, goodness gracious. I need to figure out, I need to set like this is what you need to do on in February. Some guidelines. How long will the stream be? About 4 hours is usually around what these streams are. The weekday streams. Hoping to catch the tail end. Yeah, I'll be alive for like four hours at least, so we'll see how my hand feels. I need to finish... I want to finish this piece this month. need to set some deadlines for the enamel pin I want to do. I'm not going to be able to get the enamel pins done by FWA or anything, but I don't want to forget about them. FWA is in May, so I have like a lot of months ahead of me. Trying out different drawing styles. I never really settled on a single type of eye style in my... Personally, I guess I kinda did. But I think that eyes are like some of the funnest things to play around with style. So I kind of give some cats like really crazy eyes. Especially for the Warrior Design blog. I feel like the Warrior Design blog is really my kind of sandbox for trying new things out style-wise. So... sometimes it lacks consistency. But there's always fun. Have you played the new update yet? I did. I did start playing it yesterday. One of my friends came over and we were messing around with it. I was bulk crafting and I felt like unstoppable. I haven't really done much with the hotel other than like the initial cutscenes. Okay. Hey, Tigerheart. Did I say hi to you? I can't remember. Alrighty. Clean you up. Dream Island requires Nintendo Online. Does it require Nintendo Online even if you're like local? I thought that just online in general on Animal Crossing required the online Nintendo. You can't even like local play? That sucks. How are we? I don't know. I'm doing pretty okay today. Feeling like I can be mighty productive today, which is always a good way to start the stream, is feeling productive. So I hope everyone else is feeling mighty productive today. What does everybody... Did anyone have any goals, art goals this month? The month is almost over. Anybody have art goals this month? If so, have you completed them? I am still working on my art goal of finishing this piece this month, but we shall see. We are definitely on track to finish it 100%. New and bigger iPad yesterday. Oh yeah, you were talking about that. Congrats. I hope you get used to it very quickly. Learning to draw humans. That's a pretty rough goal. I wish you the best of luck in it. That one might be more than a month long endeavor, for sure. You got your first commission. Oh yeah, you did, October. That is really, really good. Congratulations. Surprisingly productive. That's what we like to hear. It's a bunch of different stuff at the farm place I work at. And it's all going to be sold. It's always nice. Sometimes it can be really fun to work on something that, like, is going to get sold. But then at the same time, sometimes it can be stressful. So I hope it's more fun than stressful for you. Working on my goal of designing every warrior cat by 2027. How many have you got done? Oh, Lemon. How many do you have done? Because you post like every single day. And sometimes you post multiple times a day. So I actually have no idea how far you are in the challenge. So you're at 11, you're almost at 1200. Oh, you're gonna finish. You could finish by the middle of the year. 100%. How long have you been working on it? Do you know how long? Do you keep track? Do you really? Some people don't really care how long it takes them. I don't think I kept track of how long it was taking me until I finished, and then I just looked to see how long it had been. I don't think it's a marathon, not a sprint. I don't think that anyone is looking for the crown of I designed every single warrior cat in the least amount of time possible. So you started December 30th, 2022. Okay. You started pretty recently. We held a Christmas market. A whole 2,400 euro? Wow. That's really good. Congrats. I've never done a Christmas market. Kind of scary to think about. I have done, like, more, I guess, normie type conventions or, like, shows. But I have never done, like, a normie art show. I've done, like, cat conventions. Those are with my stuff. It does I wouldn't really recommend them to anybody unless you have like there's absolutely zero overhead other than the table, which is what was my that is how much it cost me. It was just the table because it was very local. I think I'm just gonna darken this whole one. Mostly. Started pretty recently, started in 2022. And your list has 535. How many does my list have? It's got about the same, right? Let's look. There's a... So if you guys look at the Warriors Design Master List Excel sheet, the little Easter egg is all the way at the end. It tells you how many cats are on this list. Hold on. 546 are on my list. I fear anyone who actually gets pretty far. I don't think it's... Honestly... I don't think it's that hard to do. I feel like it's more... It's like a marathon, right? It's more of an endurance test than anything. I think it's just more of an endurance test. It's such a great challenge because it does take a long time to do, right? And so it's so easy to go back to like the first couple designs that I did. Like the first design that I did for the, let me think about one. Like look at my Bright Heart, right? And you can, like, this is one of the first designs I did for, like, the very beginning of the... And like, my lines are kind of shaky. Like, for some reason, her paws are really tiny and her head's really big. It looks really weird. And then one of the last designs I did for the thing is, like, Frostpaw. Where it's like, oh, she's so, like, you can tell that I found my style again. Like, the proportions are nice. Like, she's got like a clear view of what I wanted her to look like. And so, I don't know. It's really, honestly, I just like how you can look back and you can see. It's kind of like when you're at the top of Mount Everest and you can see what you all climbed. It's so easy to see your progression. It's like a very rewarding experience. I failed the endurance test. It's not a test that you only have one try at either. You can always try to take it again. You know, it took me 3 different resets to actually finish the test. It's not a one and done thing. I started spending a wide amount of time on the hair because I'm translating human designs into cats. Interesting. Okay, I think I understand. For some reason, my brain kind of short-circuited and was having a hard time understanding. I accidentally make Warriors OC's heads too big. Yeah, I do it a lot. I used to do it all the time. Like, somebody told me, like, my running nose or... I don't know. I remember a clear changing point when I was doing this test, I think, was when I got to Gray Stripes Val. When I got to Gray Stripes Val, I love a lot, like, Chester and Claw Whistles in particular. I don't know what I was... I think I probably drew them in the same day. That day, I feel like I was possessed by something. I don't know why, but I really like Chester's, like, everything. I like his little bandana. I like how his cheek is all... And I got to Gray Stripes out, but then at the same time, I was still not, like... I was still not hitting all the time, because, like, Scraps, I don't really like his pose that much. So... Sometimes I feel like with the design challenge, you accept the fact that you're not going to like everything you draw. It's something that you come to realize when you're doing the design challenge. There's going to be days where you draw something and you don't like it, but you're gonna post it anyway because you drew it. And I think it's like it was a very important lesson for me to learn, that not everything that you draw has to be a 100% satisfied thing for you to keep going, you know? I don't know what I'm saying. I'm just spouting words. If I were to try drawing all the warrior cat challenges, would you be okay with me using the master list? Yeah, I don't care. Feel free to make a copy of the master list and delete all of my links except for like the wiki part of it. Like if you just want to delete everything except for the wiki column, go for it. I don't care at all. It's there for people to use. I'm trying to make a new chronological list that people can use that doesn't like... So I have two lists, if you guys didn't know. I have the master list, which is every single design in chronological order. But I have this list, this is the list that I was drawing the cats from. I didn't make the master list until I was done. My to draw list was every single book I would have characters to draw. And I'm in the process of compiling a better one that has the hyperlinks still in it that people could be able to like copy and use on their own if they wanted to do the books in like chronological or release. If I do it in Excel, you can sort it. You would be able to sort it however you want. This is like the list that I did. I'm going down, I'm going down. I'm done with everything. I still need to do all these random updates though. Eventually. I don't need to do them. I have to keep telling myself this. You don't need to do anything. You want to do it. Get the tree, get the tree. Trying to practice Luixes. I feel so bad. I literally have no idea how to pronounce Luixes' name. I've never heard it said out loud. I know who you're talking about, though. They have, like, the very distinct eye style, right? Like, the one that's very anime-y. Like, and really big. I mean, no disrespect when I do not know how to pronounce someone's name. I just struggle a little bit with the pronunciation of things, as you guys, as regulars, are well aware. My pronunciation game has never been exactly A+ extra credit worthy. Luixi. Okay, Luixi. So it's three syllables. Okay, Luixi. See ya, Samp. Thanks for stopping in. Oh, do I like that backlight? I guess I don't mind it. I just don't like it when I feel like I need to bring... It just doesn't... It feels flat right now. Like I have to work a little bit on making it feel more... My Tawny Pelt design caught up in notes to her brother. Yeah. Tawny Pelt will surpass. You guys, I have a question for some of you guys that have watched my YouTube videos. There is no wrong answer. I'm trying to gather something more for like portfolio or for a reel of, for my portfolio. What are some of the map parts / animations I've done that you guys like the most? Because I'm trying to like put together a proper reel. There's no wrong answer, and you don't have to answer if you don't want to. The Devil's Backbone one. I definitely want to put the Devil's Backbone one in because I like it for the environmentals as well. And people have told me before that they really like that that part kind of is scaled correctly. Like the cats feel like they're the proper size of like small cats in that part. So I do want to put that part in my reel. Pretender. See, I'm struggling with whether I want to put Pretender in there because I feel like I like the roughs in Pretender a lot more than what the final version looked like. I guess I could, but I might as well put the final version in it, I guess. The Joan of Arc one. I think I'm trying to figure out if I should put the StarClan's Chosen part in there. I don't really think it's that great of voice acting, honestly. I'm not a huge... I feel like my best voice acting part is probably like Always Gold or Jimmy He Whispers. The Juniper Claw one. I need to comp together the first two shots. The last shot hasn't been finished yet, but the first two shots, I think I comped the first part of that shot. I think I'm gonna put the I like the neglected space one too. I think I'll put those ones in. I want like a shorter reel, like a minute-ish, with just some of my like best stuff. The ghosting part, I did not do the roughs for ghosting. I did the cleanup, I did the comp, and I did the background. But the roughs were done by Sam. Meow, whatever her numbers are. I can never remember them, and she always gives me a hard time. 268 or something like that. So I'd have to like denote that I just did cleanup, backgrounds, and composition and like compositing on that part. Yeah, the neglected space map part is probably the one on my channel that I am the most, like, 100% satisfied with how it turned out. Like, every single shot in it, I think, turned out... I didn't have to cut any corners. Like, I was able to do exactly what I wanted with every single shot for that part. So it's definitely one that I want in my reel. The front run cycle, the compositing on that shot is... That's a good shot for my, like, layout portfolio. Okay, I turned on quick mask and I don't know how to turn it off now because I'm dumb. Oh gosh, I just pressed Control Q on my entire program. Hold on. Give me a sec. I'm gonna have to hide the art program because I think I have files in my most recent thing. There we go. Yeah, I had files in my most recent files that are not I can't show on screen. Oopsies. Okay. Intermission. I do like the overall vibe of that. You're right. When I go to, I did a couple, or I've done a career day at a local elementary school where I put together a reel of like my animations and like my work for like productions and stuff. And I like put together family friendly parts, like super family friendly, because it was an elementary school, right? And I was like, it was K through 5, and the intermission part was one of the parts that was in that reel because it's like, I can't put like Pretender or anything in there, you know? It's a little bit too intense for the babies. I think I'm gonna give a little bit of backlight to the underside of this. I think that'll help it. Okay, I think I know what I'm gonna do. I'm also gonna ask some of my, like... I'm hoping to get into a couple portfolio reviews this year. So I'm trying to also put together a portfolio. Of course, my portfolio, anyone that sees my portfolio is gonna say you need more... Like, they're gonna say it has a very small scope. My portfolio has a small scope. I've told you guys before, I've joked about it. I said I pretty much only know / am confident in drawing 2 things, the forest and cats. And my portfolio shows that. Pretty much hire me if you need one of those 2 things. Otherwise, don't hire me. That's what my portfolio says right now. And so I'm pretty sure that anybody who reviews my portfolio is just going to be like that. So... That's why I need to do the Blood Clan Alley. Get some more cityscapes in there. Okay. Hey, Nippy. Most libraries, Warriors is in the children's session. No, it's definitely for children. But, I mean, it's in, like, the middle school section. Which is a different section. Okay. I'm gonna start rendering out. Looking forward to the Blood Clan pick. Part of me is like, should I try to do the Blood Clan picture before FWA? But that would mean I don't think I could do it. I honestly don't know. I feel like I would get really... I feel like I'm going to get burnt out working on the Blood Clan picture. I'm going to get very frustrated. It's going to be a frustrating endeavor. I mean, I'm gonna want a lot of reference images. I'm gonna... Like, what kind of setting do I want it to be in? Do I want really, like, intense shadows? Do I want, like, a sunset with, like, the grounds kind of painted red, like blood? I guess that'd be pretty cool. You gotta go with your gut. You have to be like, what do I want? And then your first instinct, you gotta really hone in on that first instinct. It's usually, like, the one that you feel the most. I don't know. Fight for your first instinct. Leave the Blood Clan for last. I don't really have any thoughts of, like, which one I'm gonna do last. Which one I do last is just whichever one ends up being last. Nah, I don't know which one I'll do next. Part of me wants to do the Moonstone next and just, like, get it over with. Also, I think it would be, honestly, like, if I can settle down on, like, a color scheme for it, once I actually sit down and start rendering it, it's gonna take, like, no time at all. Compared to, like, these really big illustrations. You know? I'm pretty sure that, like, the Wind Clan one is gonna end up last. And it'll be like the crowd goes mild. We'll see, we'll see. Get Moth Light over with. I guess. She's in the Dawn of the Clans one. Where's okay, he's all the way over there. This is, like, off the screen. So this blue line that you're seeing, if you don't know what it is, it's the screen save. So I'm printing these out, and they're full bleed when I print them out, which means that there's no, like, white border around them. And anything that's from this blue line to the edge is in fear of getting cut out. So I don't want any details that I wouldn't want cut out to be after this blue line. So that's why all of the characters, all of their faces and stuff are in the blue, or within the blue line. By the way, that's why there's, like, a random blue line around all of it. The more you know. What things have I already drawn? I've done all the forest camps. So this is the lake camp. I've done every single forest camp. I've done the SkyClan Gorge. I've done 4 trees. I've done the moon pool. And I've done the ShadowClan lake camp. They're all on my Tumblr. But the ones I have in the works, I do have some that are not done that are in the works. Like that have whips started. And the Moonstone is one of those. Skylake. It will be done. I work at a snail's pace for these illustrations. Maybe something like that. I do have other plans for other illustrations. If you guys have watched me long enough, you know that my ideas for Warrior Cats never cease. There is always something else on the horizon I want to try to do. What do I want to do here? I think that's going to be kind of like on... I'm kind of losing the shape of the bush. I feel like I need to push this more into like the light. Bring a little bit more light up here. Okay. I don't think I need this really bright green in here too much. Maybe just like on the very edges. Don't know. I like this blue. Always needs to get expanded. It does. It's always expanding. I don't have any plans to do StormClan's Lake or StormClan's Camp at all. I don't really have the desire to. Somebody else can. I think Magnolia wants to do. Yeah, they stay in like 3 to 4 places. I didn't really like think Stormclan's Folly was that great of a book. I mean, it was okay, I guess, but wasn't like an out of the park win or anything. Also, I just don't really have a clear idea for it. I feel like, if anything, like the Wildcat Camp, but I'm gonna be real with you, the Wildcat Camp would be such a boring illustration because it would literally just all be tabby cats in there. It would be, and they're all brown tabbies. Oh my gosh, can you imagine? Ugh. I think if I had to pick a StormClan camp to draw, it would be the inside. It would be the vacation home then. The vacation home camp. I want to like darken most of this. Do it like a tinge. I feel like these are just the same bushes, honestly. Who's my favorite cat today? Blue Star. I'm gonna keep this one sort of this-ish color, I think. Who's gonna be your favorite cat tomorrow? I don't know. It just depends. Being a better book than the 2 worst books is not a high bar. Trust me. I don't think it was bad. Like, it didn't. I think the worst it did was just make me extremely disinterested. Like, it didn't really elicit very many negative emotions from me. It just didn't really elicit many emotions from me. I was just like kind of reading it on autopilot. I don't like this now that I'm like trying to render it in. I do like the idea of having a little bit of a light right there, but I don't think it needs to be as big as I had it in the sketch or in the little strokes. I don't know what to call them. Dustpelt or Cloudtail? Dustpelt definitely is more of a canvas, but Cloudtail is a good design. I think that Cloudtail, since he's all white, is actually a pretty good character to focus on like shape language with. Because he doesn't have that many markings that you can like distinguish him from. He's just a white cat. So he is pretty fun to like really play around with the shapes. Dustpelt's more of an open book though, so you can just play around generally with like his design. What do you think would have been made deputy after Whitestorm if it wasn't Greystripe? Brackenfur. Honestly, I think Mousefur would have been a good deputy. Brackenfur was pretty young. I do feel like Brackenfur would have been a great deputy. It's a shame we literally never got him as a deputy ever. Where's Dustpelt in this? I always forget. Okay, he's like right there. You got it. So he's gonna have Drop Shadow underneath him, so we'll plan for that. Kind of leave that space open. Longtail? Longtail's a good choice too, yeah. I feel like that would have been a pretty good, like... I mean, so if Longtail's deputy though, are you gonna keep the... What if Longtail becomes deputy, you keep the fact that he gets wounded and blinded and has to retire early, and then Brackenfur is deputy? We can both win. What if everybody wins? If Fireheart wasn't made deputy, I feel like White Storm probably would have been a good deputy. If I feel like Running Wind also... Not really. Running Wind had never had an apprentice. I feel like White Storm probably would have been the next deputy for Blue Star. Kind of like keeping that nepotism game going. White Storm for sure. I was just thinking, because Blue Star's apprentices, she mentored... Did she mentor Running Wind? I feel like she did, right? So I was just like, oh, maybe she would pick another one of her apprentices. I am focusing very much on this, like, shape right here. It kind of looks like a dolphin. It's okay. It can look a little dolphin-y. Frost fur. True. Frost star, again. We almost... That's what people thought. I never thought that. I never thought we were going to get Frostpaw for later. But people really wanted her. They really wanted the Frost Star. Guys, are you proud of me? I'm drinking only water right now. No coffee. Brightheart's mentor was White Storm. I'm only drinking no coffee because, well, actually I'm not out of coffee. It's cold though, and I need to heat it up. So I might take a quick break soon. How long have I been drawing? For an hour? Okay. Rendering bushes and stuff makes my arm hurt. Who do you think will become deputy after Crowfeather? Yeah, I agree with the Breeze Pelt for sure. I feel like there's no other option of like popular Wind Clan character that has the ambition to be deputy that's not already an elder. I know people are like, oh, I want Heather Tail. But honestly, I don't believe that Heather Tail wants to be deputy at all. Like, I genuinely think she's very perfectly satisfied with just, like, being a mom. And that's fine. You guys know that I want Appleshine to be deputy, and then we get a real-life Apple Star, but we will never... They would never bless me with that. They'd be like, no, you're not allowed to have that. No Apple Star for me. No, exactly. Who do you guys think would have the worst warrior name? Or sorry, that's not what I meant. Who do you guys think would have the worst leader name if they were made leader right now? Who would have the worst leader name? Can we have Hoot Star? I would love it to be Hoot Whisker. Hoot Star would be really funny. Sneeze Star? I want Sneeze Star! Honey Star? Eh. We could have... What if we had B-Star? Isn't B-Star an anime? It would be real. Waffle Star? Starling Star? Starling Star is a mouthful. Honestly, that would be a pretty bad leader name. Starling Star. Kink Star. Bright Star. Bright Star's a good leader name. What are you talking about? Frost Star, Moss Star. Oh, the 3 S's in a row. That is actually pretty bad. Grass Star, triple S's. Okay, yeah, that's pretty bad. If you hate or like Bristle Star. Yeah, Bristle Star is a little weird. Missile Star would be like mistletoe. Missile Star. Sounds a little bit too like sci-fi-y for me. Sounds like a spaceship, a missile star. I think that if Starflower became leader, she would have gotten the leader name Flower Star. Like, she would have just swapped places. Kind of how Clear Sky got the leader name Sky Star. I feel like they're a little bit more flexible. Goose star, flax star, foot star. I feel like stretch star would be really weird. There's a stretch kid now. Fluff star, silky star, silky smooth. Kite star, puff star. What do you think? I don't know. Shy star, heavy star, tree star. I feel like wet star, wet foot. If wet foot became leader, wet star is a pretty bad one. Fidget star, yeah, that one was a little weird too. Soft star, that one is also pretty bad. Harry star, that one is pretty funny. I feel like Billy star would have been pretty bad. Honestly, if Sharp Claw became leader, Sharp Star is kind of like a... feels a little off. Moonstar. Moonstar was Blue Star's original name in the first draft of Into the Wild. Sunstar is a real warrior cat name. Give it up for Bush 58 on stream. Bush 58. Come on, Bush, you can get done. You're so close. Anything that has an S in it. Hey, Nippy. We were just thinking about like hypothetical leader names and which ones sound really bad. I do honestly think they take leaders' names into account when they pick the next deputy. But I don't think Vicky ever did. Maybe she did. Obviously she didn't, because otherwise we wouldn't have gotten 1 star. Which is a horrible warrior cat name. Takes the cake as worst official warrior cat name. Warrior cat leader name. A flip star just sounds like you're playing the Tony Hawk skateboarding game and you just got like an S rank and it's calling you a flip star. Or it sounds like a Smash Mouth song. Radical and all that. Briar Star. Yeah, Brambleclaw calls her Jinko Star at the end of her chapter. Slight Star. Yeah. True, true. Slight Star is pretty bad. We could have gotten Elder Star. Now that sounds like a final boss, if I've ever heard one. Hey, Icefer. Shrek Star. Isn't there a Shrek 5 coming out or something? Shrek is relevant again, right? Or is Shrek just always relevant? Shrek is love, Shrek is life. Rapid Star. I was thinking about Rapid. I was thinking about Rapid Star. I was like, that one's not too bad. Honestly, there's not too many Warrior Cat names that are like bad as leader names. There are definitely some that feel weaker than others. I think it's probably... I feel like if I asked what your guys' like... what would be a really awesome leader name, it would also... We've had that conversation before. Long Star. This is true. This is why Longtail could never become deputy. Because his leader name would be just awful. Fireheart would never, or Firestar would never let that happen. I mean, I guess it's literally just Tall Star, but a slightly different flavor. We need a rock star. That is true. That is true. Haven Star. Sneeze Star is who I wanted to be leader. That was my meme choice for leader when people were like trying to figure out who the new leader of a Starless for River Clan and the Starless Clan was. By the end of like book 2, or book 3 or something, I was almost positive that it was going to be like Icewing. She was just becoming too much of a major character, like, halfway through the arc, for it not to be her. But I was still holding out hope for Sneeze Star till the bitter end. I laid down my life fighting. We did get some Sneeze Cloud moments, though, so... At least we got his moments. Okay, I think they're mostly cleaned up. I need to clean up the interior. What did I do the interior? Over here. Okay, yeah, I like that. And then I'll do a little bit of something like that. Eh. Don't go into the dens, you'll be swallowed by the void. I know, I should definitely add a little bit here, let me get some of this dark green going. No, I like a little bit lighter than that. Like we'll have, cause I want maybe a little bit of like green light shining through. It is like a, it's probably, well, I mean, it's probably really dark in there all the time, I would say, because they probably weave it so thick in the top, you know? I think this is probably the biggest den mouth I've done. I don't know. They're just really big in this picture. The dens are just massive in ThunderClan, you know? I kind of wanted like it to look like it was kind of a tunnel and stuff like that. Which I kind of wanted to do on this edge. But then, yeah, I think that'll work fine. And then maybe darken it just a little bit. Into like a deeper blue. Or do I want it to even be? Sorry, you guys are watching me think about something in real time. Like, honestly, or do I want it? No, I definitely want it to just be dark. I'm thinking too hard about it. Just simplify it up. Don't think about it too hard. It's literally going to be not even that visible when the fog thing goes. I say as I still work on it. That's fine. Don't stop touching it. Stop touching it. Put the pen down. Okay. It's gonna be another void. No problem. Tuesday again? No problem. It is Tuesday, actually. Okay. Get the ground going. Actually, I should definitely take a quick wrist break. The Totems of Undying, of course. Alrighty, I'm gonna take a quick wrist break. You guys can look at the full illustration when I'm gone. I will be right back. I'm gonna go reheat my coffee and do a little bit of a rotation. I'm back. Okay. I think that if cats started retiring at 10... Let me look at how old Lion Blaze is. Lion Blaze would be retiring soon. Because he's 9 1/3 years old. What about Cinderheart? Would Cinderheart be retired? She's 9 1/2. I literally just had the names up there. They probably were really tiny for you guys, though. Especially these back ones. I think it's the retirement age is more of like for wildcats. Like a wildcat age is less. For a feral cat is literally like 2 to 3 years. Now, like, house pets, cats are considered elderly after 11. And then, actually, you start feeding your cat senior food at age 7. So, Apple started eating senior food after she turned 7. So realistically, a cat that lives in the clans that's constantly hunting and fighting and dealing with like starvation situations and battles all the time where they could get infections and all that. I mean, 7 years is probably... I don't know. I mean, they also have like medicine and stuff, which feral cats don't do, so... As of right now, just to put it into perspective, as of right now, Jayfeather is older than Yellowfang was when she died. By, like, a year. Just to put it in perspective for you. That's how old, like, Lion Blaze and Jayfeather are. I feel like cats should start thinking about retiring at like 8. 8 to 10. By 10, they should be retired, period. I always make, if I have no idea when a cat retired, when I'm like doing estimates, if they live in the forest, I retire them at 7 years old. Or I set when they retired to be at 7, and then I work backwards and make them whatever approximate age from there. Ruddy Nose also retires. I think those are the 2 medicine cats that have retired. I don't think it's really worth arguing about when cats retire in Warriors, because what it comes down to is that they retire whenever the authors feel like it, and they don't have an estimation. They only retire them to basically like thin the crowd, to, I don't know, to fill the den. Etc. Hey, Moth. One thing you have to respect about Vicky is that she was willing to kill off fan favorites. Because she understood that the only, like, you either you die a hero, or you live long enough to become irrelevant. She understood that concept. She also understood that killing off a character that's beloved is not necessarily something that people will hate, as long as you do it in a way that feels like it's a proper end to their character. Cough, cough, leaf pool. At Leaf Pool, and I believe probably Gray Stripe are the 2, well, and Sandstorm. Like, think about some of the major characters that the new editing team have killed off. Like, fan favorites, blah, 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 blah. Think about what they've done, and have they hit more than they've missed? Because Vicky, I would say, probably usually hits more when she killed off major characters. People were satisfied with how she would write death scenes. Hollyleaf, Firestar, Cinderpelt, Yellowfang, Blue Star. And then, like, the fan favorites that the new editing team has done, I would say the only one that felt... I mean, and this is, like, stretching it, because I didn't really think that this death scene was, like... I thought it was just kind of like it felt so forced. But I feel like the best one that they've done is probably Gray Stripes. But even that one was like it was so forced, and it was like so obvious that it was coming up. You know? Well, I'm not talking... Okay, yeah, Bristle Frost. But, like... And Grey Wings is really good. Grey Wings is good. I wonder if the same editor was put in charge of, like, Broken Code that was put in charge of Dawn of the Clans. It's not the brush I wanted. This one? Yeah. Let him go. Yeah. Honestly, I should probably... Well, I will be reading A Light in the Mist again, so... But I just remember, like, Graystripe going into the Dark Forest felt like so stupid. I remember when that scene where he's like, let me go in, I'm gonna help fight. I'm like, you're literally gonna die. They're literally setting you up for death. You know? We also didn't get any, like, really solid major character, nostalgic character deaths in A Starless Clan. I thought for sure that we would get Mothflight, or Mothwings. Not Mothflight. Mothflight's dead. I thought for sure Mothwing would not survive that arc, and then, lo and behold, there she is. I lived... You could have definitely had another medicine cat nurse Frostfall back to health. I don't like that. It's just more simple to just do it mostly the same texture or like the same hue. I think I want this and this value to be swapped. Or maybe I just... Honestly, I think I just want this to just be more in the shadow. Like, push the blues out on this so that it feels more... I mean, it's going to feel more in the background anyway because it's going to be lightened. But I think it's just too yellow. I don't know. Honestly, a Starless Clan didn't have that many deaths in it, which... Changing Skies doesn't have much either. Only one so far. There should be at least one death per book. In any Warrior Cat book ever. I guess, like, we got Pseudo Crowfeather, right? Is that what you guys are about to tell me? I can see you guys typing on your computer right now. It's not a novella. Mothlight is a full super edition. I have no expectations for it to be good or anything. I never have any expectations that a Warrior Cat will be good. I just read it with the lowest amount of expectation possible. So I don't really have any thoughts. Smoke is written better? I don't know. I mean, like I said, having hopes for a Warrior Cat book is just a recipe to get them dashed. I find that the best way to read Warrior Cats is to go into it thinking the book is gonna give you nothing, and then once it gives you one thing, you'll be like, okay. We live in a world where Warrior Cat books are usually not literary amazingness. Okay. Do you think they'll ever resort to AI? I don't want to think about that question. I don't know the future. I have no idea what HarperCollins' stance is on the use of AI in creative in the books publications that they do. And honestly, I don't want to look it up because I'll probably be depressed. Sometimes ignorance is bliss. In my experience, there's always something that you can find online that will ruin your day and ruin your mood if you dwell on it, so I just don't go looking for it. All I know is that they haven't used AI yet. So, no use dwelling about what could happen and what couldn't happen. I just react to what is happening. Yeah, well, that's Tencent. That's a Chinese company. It's different. They are a lot more... I don't think China has unions. A lot of unions are against using AI in America for creative purposes and to take people's jobs and stuff, so... I completely disagree with you, Mothlights, and I would say that is not... I really don't want to talk about AI because it's a very depressing topic, and I don't feel like it contributes to me being productive at all. But I wouldn't go around saying that, Mothlights. It's extremely hurtful to viz dev artists. Yeah, no problem. Okie dokie. Oh my gosh, can I finish rendering the background today, you guys? That is my hidden secret goal of the stream. Here's my... What is your guys' this is gonna sound horrible. Hold on, wait, hold on. I'm changing the topic back to warrior cats. What is your guys' hidden... No, what am I saying? For changing skies, what is your guys' hit list? Your hit list wish list. Which characters do you hope don't make it through the arc? I know all of you guys are going to say Brambleclaw and Crowfeather, so ignore Brambleclaw and Crowfeather. I know all of you guys are already typing it. Don't press send. That's not necessary. Reedclaw? Interesting. I want... Yeah, I want some of the... I want at least 2 ThunderClan Elders to go. I want 2 ThunderClan Elders. I want 3 ThunderClan Warriors. Spotted Leaf. Tawny Pelt. Oak Fur. I would love for them to valiantly murk Jayfeather. They will never. I would love for them to valiantly murk Squirrel Star. Hairstar, yeah. I feel like everyone wants Hairstar to just go. He's nothing. He's contributed nothing. He's actually, other than Leaf Star, who wins by a long shot, but if you ignore Leaf Star, he is the oldest, or he's not the oldest leader. He has been leader the longest, other than Leaf Star, who's like in this pseudo leadership right now. Really want Ivy Star? I also really want Ivy Star. That's why I'm like Ivy Star waiting room right now. Leaf Star, Jay Feather, Squirrel Star, Crow Feather, Thorn Claw, maybe Cloudtail and Brightheart. Cloudtail and Brightheart have to go at the same time. They have to go at the same time. Snowbird, I think. Snowbird and Scorchfur should probably be did. Or at least banished to the Elder's Den. I feel like the issue with some of these like Vicky written characters is that the story team knows that they cannot write characters like Vicky did. So they have like no newer characters that people would be like, no, don't kill. Except for like maybe Tree. Tree feels like he's an immortal dude. Not gonna lie. I don't want Tiger Star to die. Why do you guys want Tiger Star to die? He's freaking hilarious for the plot. Who the heck can compete with him when he does for the plot? You know, for the Vine. He's kind of like a Viner. Do it for the Vine. You guys just hate fun. Why do people hate Tiger Heart Star so much? Like, a genuine question. No hate. I understand, like, he makes stupid decisions and stuff, but, like, do people, like, really don't want, like, do you guys realize that he has been the best leader for the plot for 2-3 arcs now? I feel like most people that don't like Tiger Star, I don't know. They only want boring, like, clean leaders. Cloverfoot would be such a freaking boring... I'm gonna tell you guys right now, everyone who wants Clover Star, she's gonna become Hairstar 2.0. They have no idea what they want to do with her. She'll do nothing. That's the forbidden knowledge that I just implanted in your brain. Yeah, I like Tiger Heart. He's a bad good guy. That's a good way of putting it. I genuinely appreciate him, and I like that you can see his reasoning, even if it's stupid, with everything he does. A lot of people don't like how he's being used in Changing Skies as like, oh, he's being mean to Birch Feather. Everything that he does is always, he has nepotism runs deep in his bones. He's a freaking tiger clone. He's like from the most nepotism of nepotism family trees. When one of his family members, quote unquote, quote, deserts the family, yeah, he's gonna be pissed. Doesn't make him right, but I mean, I thought that it was completely in line for him. Nepo Star. Tiger reminds you of Clear Sky? No. Clear Sky! Clear Sky for me is... And Tiger Heart Star is a... What the person say? A bad good guy. Clear Sky for me is a good bad guy. Clear Sky... is... I don't know. He's much more... I feel like Clear Sky knows a lot more that he's, like, being stupid than people think he does. I mean, I know he's not a real person. But in my mind, he's just, like, refuses to believe that he can be wrong. But he kind of realizes that, yeah, he is being stupid. But he's, like, got so much pride that he doesn't even want to, like... I don't know. He'll die on this rock, basically. He'll die. This is the hill he's gonna die on, and that's him in every single situation. Sax, I don't think we see eye to eye on favorite characters, so I'm sorry, but... I don't think we're going to be able to shake. I changed my favorite character today, you guys. It's another Clear Sky day. Clear Sky favorite character day. I've changed it. Well, that's good because he'll never forgive himself either, so... I don't know what prime Clear Sky is. I think I'm just going to move this to be just lighter in general. I don't know, there's something that feels off about it being that, like... far over, I guess? I don't know, that also feels off. I don't know how much of this is actually going to be viewed, though. To be real. Maybe I should just, yeah, I'll just simplify it all the way up. Chaotic lawful neutral. He is definitely lawful neutral. Or chaotic. Yeah. Okay. Oh no, Clear Sky is not a guilty favorite. I fully tell everybody that I like Clear Sky. They need to know it about me. That I enjoy his character. I don't have much guilty pleasure with Warrior Cats. I just tell people what I like. I've never gotten in a fight over... People don't like Clear Sky, and I completely understand that because he is a very unlikable character, and I never try to force the fact that, like, I never try to force somebody to change their opinion on Clear Sky because it's impossible. And so I just express why I like him, and I don't need anyone else to like him. There are people that like him, though. My guilty pleasure with Warriors is just reading it. Honestly, you're right. Because sometimes I don't even tell people I read Warrior Cat. So you're right. The guilty pleasure with Warriors is reading it. I don't feel like you should feel guilty for liking any particular character. Honestly. I think you should feel proud. Maybe not proud, but... I don't feel like you should just feel guilty for liking something, though. I don't know. If something makes you happy, it shouldn't make you feel guilty. I guess that's what guilty pleasure is, isn't it? I don't know, man. My brain's not working. Some people will bash you on the head. Yeah, we don't accept those people in chat. So... You're talking about, like, 2-year-olds. 12-year-olds, I mean. We don't have 12-year... Well, we probably do have 12-year-olds in chat, but if they told me, I would ban them because they're not allowed on YouTube. I read Talking Cat adventure books. They look at me funny. Barbara enjoyed reading romance books. Yeah. Yeah. Did I tell you, did I make fun of you for reading Twilight? No, I didn't. Did I? No. Female villains. Starflower sometimes people consider a villain. Maple Shade. Sleek Whisker sort of. I think Curl Feather and Fury. Fairy Heart is considered a villain. Even though she doesn't really do anything except for just be mildly annoying. And try to, like, oust her leader, I guess. But, like, in a legal way. It wasn't like she tried to kill Tiger Star. She just tried to, like, throw the code book at him. You could argue that, I don't know. I feel like most... There's Sparrow Feather in the Dark Forest, who's a girl. So she must have done something pretty bad. I'm just gonna put this whole thing in shadow. This one too. And then I'll probably lighten up the line art here. For sure. In this background. Where else? What else do I need to render in the background here? So much stuff. So much. Everything. Ah! I need more water. I forgot to bring up more water. I just heated up my coffee. Would Fury be considered a villain? In my mind, a villain character tends to just be like evil for no reason. I don't know. Or like just overly evil. I guess that's not true, but it's just like in Warrior Cats. I mean, you could also say that villain characters are characters that just end up in the Dark Forest, which would mean like Freckle Witch is a villain. Sparrow Feather. Fennel Dust. Maple Shade. Curl Feather. Warriors kind of gives you like a very easy measurement system of if you're supposed to think of a character as like a villain. If they end up in the Dark Forest, they were a villain. Yeah, they have been toying with the idea of putting morally gray characters in there. Like, that's why we got Juniper Claw, Snow Tuft, they explored that. So... Let's see what else I want to do here. Honestly, I'm thinking about the bush too much. Just put a couple of colors down and clean it up. Cat's able to leave the Dark Forest and join ThunderClan. I thought at first that they were kind of planning that, but I think there's just so few cats in the Dark Forest. Did you guys... And then they didn't add any more cat... Like, they could have came up with some more Dark Forest cats in the place of no stars. But they just gave us the same cats that were in The Last Hope. Like, they didn't actually give us any more cats. The teams are cowards. Okay, I think... Oh, shoot, I gotta do the ground. I just want it over with. Like Stumpy Tail. Stumpy Tail was put into the Dark Forest. I think it was in a, wasn't it in a field guide? Wasn't he mentioned to be in a... And Clawface, too. Or maybe that's Clawface. Clawface is in the Dark Forest, but I literally just typed in Shreddy Tail, because I was thinking of Shred Tail. Stumpy Tail. No, he's in the place of no stars in the Warriors website family tree. Because of, yeah, because of Tiger Claw's Fury. He's like a, because Tiger Claw's Fury made him one of the rogues. Even though I think in the first arc, he's one of the cats that stays behind. Hold on, let me look at the continuity. So, on Vicky's Facebook... Hold on. Clawface was mentioned to be in the Dark Forest in... I think Secrets of the Clans? It says, on Vicky's Facebook, Deerfoot, Tanglebur, and Lily Whisker reside in the Dark Forest. Blizzardwing, Bright Flower, and Marsh Cloud reside in the Dark Forest. But they're actually StarClan residents in Blackfoot's Reckoning, in the Ultimate Guide, and on the Warriors website family tree. Like all of those characters. Yeah, Clawface being in... Hold on. He is in the place of no stars in... Okay, but he's in A Light in the Mist, so they did fix it. In A Light in the Mist, he is confirmed to be in the Dark Forest. But in Secrets of the Clans, which the entire wiki has decided to retcon, which you guys know how I feel about that decision. They were like, we can't put him in the Dark Forest. We don't believe anything that book has to say. Okay, Jan. Yeah, Secrets of the Clans does have canon stuff in it, but they refuse to acknowledge it. Like, the whole story with Fuzz, they literally... They've just decided that because there are a lot of retcons in Secrets of the Clans, particularly around, like, the Dawn of the Clans era, which makes sense, that every single story and every single thing that's in Secrets of the Clans is not pertinent information anymore. Even though it is, and there's plenty of things in Secrets of the Clans that feel like they still fit perfectly into the realm of the lore. And many of the Dawn of the Clans character names are based off of their Secrets of the Clans counterpart names, like Pebbleheart's name, and Dappled Pelt's name, and Cloud Spots, and Mothflight. All of those names come from Secrets of the Clans. So I'm literally just preaching. I'm standing on a soapbox and literally no one's going to listen. It's just stupid. So they say, many aspects, this is the Secrets of the Clans wiki page. Many of this aspects of this book are not compatible with the rest of the series. The creation of the warrior code in this novel is mentioned to have happened in a single generation. Okay, whatever, man. I mean, who cares? The code having been written by the first 4 leaders, they kind of took that information and ran with it, though, if you kind of think about it. And Code of the Clans, blah, 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 blah. It's just like all of this stuff that's retconny is from Dawn of the Clans. So just retcon this stuff from Dawn of the Clans. Also, if it's like word of mouth lore passed down from generation to generation, I could see like some of the details getting sketchy. I mean, with that logic, they could retcon all of Code of the Clans as well. Because Dawn of the Clans has shown us that there's a lot of retcons for Code of the Clans. For example, in Code of the Clans, it's stated that before, like, I feel like it's like rule 4 or 5 is done, which is the deputy must succeed the leader. They said that every leader was just picked because of, like, nepotism. Like, every single leader was chosen because they were the son or the daughter of the former leader. And the deputy did not succeed until that code was formed. But then in Dawn of the Clans, in Shadowstar's Life, Thunderstar's Echo, and the Ultimate Guide, like, View of the Territory, we know that deputies did succeed their leaders. So that's a retcon. So pick a side, pick a lane. I don't feel like the wiki should have the ability to decide whether full books should be retconned, in my opinion, I guess, is my main gripe. Like, I don't know what gave them the right to do that. Just because they're the aggregate of information? Just point out I just want them to point out that there are some continuity errors. I don't want them to say, we've retconned all of this and move it into the continuity section on every single character's page. You know? I don't know why feel like I got really heated all of a sudden. It generally isn't that much of a heated topic. Like, I don't even really think about it that often. But I guess maybe I am. I think the thing about Warrior Cats is that you have to accept that it's malleable and that there are conflicting informations all the time in Warrior Cats. And so I just, unless the authors or the website, like, unless the Warrior Cats website, the official website, came out and said that we are not considering anything in this specific book to be factual anymore, then I don't want the wiki to decide that. It bothers me. And I'm in the wiki server. I could tell them that, but they'd probably just be like, who are you and why do you think you have any say? And I'm like, you know what? I don't have any say on the wiki. I only have it as my homepage. And I appreciate all the work you guys do. I can understand them going, I don't, weird choice. Tend to be very clicky. I mean, I'm in this wiki server, but yeah, I'm not part of the editing team. I'm sure it's like the story team that's decided this. And it's like, I'm sure if you go to like the Secrets of the Clans talk page, you might be able to see people. Yeah, no one is talking. I don't know. I have no idea where I have no idea how decisions are made on the wiki. I don't know if it's a single, like, the head of the editing team that makes the decision, or if it's, like, they vote on it. I'm not trying to run a coup against the wiki. I appreciate it a lot, and it's a very helpful source of information, but this is the one thing that I cannot agree with them on. It's very rare. Well, there's other things. I genuinely don't understand why they why they keep certain characters separate from another. Like Maple Star and Maple Whisker being two separate characters. Or they used to they have 3 Owl Stars because they also act like the Owl Star from Secrets of the Clan. Or I don't remember. They do something weird. Actually, they might have fixed that. They used to have. Okay, no. Yeah, they have the owl. No. Okay, they fixed it. They used to have 3 Owl Stars because they acted like the Owl Star from Secrets of the Clans, which they completely retconned, by the way. And Owl Star, as in Owl Eyes, the second leader of ThunderClan, were 2 separate freaking cats. And I'm just like, you're stupid. Because when that happens, they'll be like, well, we haven't gotten explicit information that they're the same cat. from the authors, so we're keeping them separate. Well, you didn't get explicit permission to decontinuity Y or retcon all of Secrets of the Clans. I don't know. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. The wiki is catching strays all of a sudden. You know what? I need to be more positive. I am bumming myself out. I'm sure you guys don't want to hear me rant about it. It's genuinely not that big of a problem. Okay. We don't have beef with the wiki. We love the wiki around here. The wiki is our friend. Nifty friends. There was a small group of individuals. Was if a YouTuber complained about it? Well, I'm a YouTuber and I'm complaining about it. What's my favorite Code of the Clans design? Like, that I did? Or just like in general? Also, I don't feel like a YouTuber's opinion should matter any more than anyone else's. That I did. I like Twigtail a lot. He's funny. I also really like Darkstar. I really like how I did his fur, how his fur kind of turns into a beard. I do really like the Darkstar picture. Birchstar is cute. Breedstar just reminds me of Benedict Cumberbatch. Hogstar is interesting. I don't know how I would draw him at any other angle, except a lot of these designs, I'm like, how would I even draw it from a different angle? Or it's just like a generic. Red Scar is cool. I think I reused this face shape for like a more major character. Like I tested it here, but I think I reused it for some other character. Troutstar is like, this is one of my friend's favorite pictures on the blog for some reason. They like always send me this. They're like, I'm thinking about Troutstar again. I'm like, okay, dude, thank you. I like Lightning Pelt too. Code of the Clans revamps. That's the devil talking. Brindlestar used to be, like, very unique for no reason. Also, I kind of... I don't know how I did this pose so well. I've tried to do this pose again. This was a flash in the pan pose. I remember not even spending that much time on it, but it turned out very well. I don't think I could draw this picture again. Okay. I think if I like lowered the opacity by maybe 80. Maybe go to 20% now. two characters I went to list are both from Battles of the Clans. Headcanon that Dust Star is Dust Muzzle and Holly Star is Holly. Yeah, and then people will continue that headcanon to say that Birch Star, the Sky Clan leader, that's like the first one in Code of the Clans, is Birch from Clear Skies group, Birch. But White Star doesn't work. You'd have to, it'd have to be like somebody new, and then Ember Star would have to be somebody new. But yeah, a lot of people do headcanon. See, the Dust Star would work very well because it would continue that family heritage thing where like the family of the leader usually gets picked to be the next leader. One of Blue Whisker's kids, yeah. Oh man, I'm just looking at this. Oh, I'm getting buffered. Hold on. I'm holding until my buffer's back. Give me a sec. I think it's climbing back up. Yeah, it's climbing back up. Okay, 1 second. Let it even out a little bit. It's trying its hardest. Give it a few more minutes. Oh, we might be back. We might be back. Okay, I'm green again. I'll let you guys come up to speed. Yeah, I'm green again. I'm green again. You might have to refresh, so people that have refreshed, or just press that, if you press the little live button on like the bottom left, just to make sure that you're all caught up. Because sometimes after the lag spike. What all do I have to do left? I have to integrate all of the characters in the background. I have to integrate into the picture still, so I have to add drop shadows to them. I have to add, like, probably minimal shading, I'd say. And then I'm gonna go over... I'll go over the picture with a fine-tooth comb, and I'll paint details so like that I kind of catch in grayscale. Like one of the details that I want to fix is Ivy Pool's line art being so much Like, I need to fix the line art levels, I think, on her, because I'm not really liking how blended she is with, like, the black line art of this background, but I might color the line art a little bit, or like how Dovewing right here, like I can either add kind of some rim lighting to her, and then I think that Hollyleaf needs some work done to her face for sure. Like I need to darken up some of the line art on her. Also, she just looks like she just has a lot more shading or like color manipulation than everyone else around her. Like I either need to tone down the brightness up here or like turn it up for everyone else. See a dark leaf. So what time is it? It's 5 o'clock. Okay. I think I'm going to put this down for today. I rendered out the whole background. I did my initial rendering. Hey, Neon. And then on Thursday when we pick this up again, I'll combine all the cats into the background and I'll start doing some of the cleanup and like really fine tuning. Like I'm looking at Ice Cloud right here and I want her to kind of be catching a little bit more of the colors around her because I feel like she's just standing out way too much with everyone else that's on this edge. I feel like I should also do some bounce lighting off of like Cloudtail and like I think Dovewing could have some bounce lighting coming from like this greenery. But that's all like tweaks that I'll do when I need to integrate the cats. Like I need to put the drop shadow in. So we'll do all that Thursday. What are we doing next? I was going to do a painted layout. I was gonna paint a layout, start painting a layout for Warrior Cats Animated today. That's more painting. I don't know if my wrist can actually do it though. It's 5 p.m. for me. But at the same time, I don't really know what else I would do. Because all my other options would also be pretty heck on my wrist. Hold on, let me look at my I don't want to animate. I don't want to work on Singing the Moon until I finish the boards. Yeah, we'll do a quiz. I'm trying to think of what we'll do. We'll probably... I was gonna do the Warrior Cat painting, but I don't know... Okay, yellow is in chat. So... Oh yeah, my sticker. We could also like sketch... I could sketch some ideas for my enamel pins as well. Yeah. I know that Yellow and Noor are like applying for the background team, so I wanted to, like, I know that applications are open, and I mean, I'm sure Nora could just catch it live. I did not finish this piece yet, but I need to step away from it for today. 3 hours is pretty much my max of a session for one of these pictures that I can like handle before I start getting very frustrated. The enamel pin designs, I might actually do that. I think like some loose sketches of ideas for enamel pins would probably be pretty easy on my wrist, because I wouldn't have to like worry about all the details and stuff. So we could do that for a little bit. Hold on, let me turn on the light. And then on Thursday stream, we can work on the Warrior Cat animated background. Painting. I mean, honestly, I could probably put down some like, well, oh yes, I was gonna do it in Clip Studio Paint to like help with, and I don't have Clip Studio Paint set up today. I mean, it doesn't take that. I can literally set. I just have to open it. Alrighty, what do we want to do for quizzes? Let's do names by letter. They are, when we do these quizzes, they are not in order. So they're very hard. The healthiest way? What do you mean by healthy? For my wrist? Yeah, probably. Spiderwing the Legend. This one's easy. It takes 5 minutes. We'll do A and B. In 1 or 2 sittings. Yeah. I also find that, like, stepping away from a picture can sometimes really help you not feel burnt out from the picture. As long as you come back to it, at least, it can help you like kind of look like see glaringly obvious things to you that you just had tunnel vision for before. Not Apple Fawn, Apple Dawn, Ajax. See ya, Janetta. Algernon, Alder Branch. Yeah. The other thing that's really helpful is to post your picture on Discord and then look at it on your phone. Because sometimes when you look at it on your phone, you actually spot even more glaringly obvious, like, things. Amberclaw, Antpelt. It's just A. Apple Blossom, Arc Shadow, Arc Eye. The ever reliable Acorn Fur. I know. Did we get Acorn Paw and Acorn Tail? Okay, we didn't get Acorn Tail. Ant Fur. Acorn Paw we got. We got Alder Heart and Alder Branch. Yeah, we did. What about Adder? Do we get any of the Adder Paws? Adder Fang. Okay, Echoing's got us. Who's the other Wind Clan cat? Let's see. We don't have any of the Ash Furs. Ash Heart, Ash Foot. The Adders, yeah, I got them. Apple Dusk, Apple Frost, Apple Fur, Apple Shine, Apple Dawn. I think we got Dawn. Alder, we got Ash Heart. Do we have any of the Ambers? Amber Leaf, Amber Moon, Amber Claw. We got Amber Claw, apparently. Okay, we're missing a Sky Clan cat. Who's the Sky Clan cat? Ant? Acorn Paw? Acorn Fur? Did we get Acorn Fur? Oh, I thought I typed in Acorn Fur. I guess I didn't. Okay, and then we'll do B. That was a warm-up. This is the hard one. There's 121 bees. This is the one that when people do the design challenge, alphabetically, this is the one they always stop at. Brick and Bone, Bumble and Bumble Stripe, Briarlight, Bramble Claw, Brambleberry, Bee Nose, Bee Sting, Bee Tail, Black Bee, Bracken Pelt, Bob, Benny, Bat Ear, Brook Ripple, Badger Fang. Yeah, now Bee Nose and Bee Sting. I got him. Barley, Boulder Fur, Bramble we got, Bug Eater, Big Teeth, Broken Star, Billy, Storm, Bumble, we got Bumble, Breeze Pelt, Breeze Heart, Billy Storm I got, Briar Light I got, Brave Heart, Bright Spirit maybe is what you meant. Beach Star, Beach Paw, Beach Kit, Beach Tail, and Beach Fur. Brush Paw. Blossom Fall, Blossom Heart, Blossom Kit. No, buffer! Just keep going. Ride it through. Ah! Birch Fall. Buster in the middle of a quiz. How dare they? Hold on, I'm pausing it. No. I'm out of water too. I'm gonna go get some water while you guys hold out on the buffer, okay? I'll be right back. Oh, it's coming back. It's coming back. It's coming. It's coming. I think I'm back. Okay, we're back. Bloom Heart, Blossom, Bloom, Petal, Berry Heart, Berry Fall, Berry Nose, Bailey. I blame the amount of ads. I have ad blocker. There are no ads. What ads? Broken Feather, Broken Shadow, Bess, Betsy, Bella, Bella Leaf, Brushpaw, Burr, Buzzard. I saw somebody say Buzzard Star earlier. Buzzard Kit. Barley. I got Barley. I need Bark Face though. And Beach. Definitely. Branch. Branch Leap. Lagging? I shouldn't be lagging. Bracken Fur, Brindle Face, Birch Fall. The amount of times I forget Bristle Frost on this is actually kind of sad. I'm so sorry, Bristle. Bristle Bark. Beetle. Beetle Whisker. Beetle Nose. Beetle Shine. Blue Whisker. Blue Star. Blue Bell Kit. Did we get Black Star? I got Bright Spirit and Braveheart, and I need Black Claw too. Black Claw, and I need Black Ear. Oh, we got Blue Whisker. We need Bubbling Stream. Birch Bark. Bird, bird flight, birdie. Can I type, please? Bird wing, bird song, bay shine, boots, bound hunt, bark face. I think we need buttercup. Black call, blaze, fire, blade. I always get those together. Did we get brandy? Okay, we need a brandy. Buster. We got Buster. Alrighty, Sky Clan. We don't have all the birches. Birch feather, birch bark, birch face, birch star, birch fall. I think those are all the birches. Black bee, brown paw, bacon. True, we still needed bacon. Very true. Badger fang we got. We're missing a rogue, shadow clan, bee nose. I think I got all the bees. Blizzards? Do we have the blizzards? Blizzard wing, blizzard star, bloom petal. I got. Black star, black foot. We got boots. We got brindles, brindle star, brindle claw, brindle face. I think those are the only brindles. Bounce fire we have. Brindle we got. We need a lot of brights, so we still need bright stream, bright heart, bright. We got bright spirit. We have bright sky, bright whisker, bright flower. I don't know if there's any other brights. Bayshine, bug, and bunny. Bunny's a dog, so it's not on here. Bug eater we got. We got big teeth, bug eater, and buttercup. We should have all the warrior cats. Warrior clan cats. We're missing a wind clan, a kitty pet, another wind clan. Lots of wind clan. Breeze heart. We got breeze heart. We got breeze pelt. We got them. Brown paw. Yes. Bracken wing? I think we haven't really gotten any of the brackens. Bracken fur, bracken pelt, bracken heart, bracken wing, bracken foot. Broken feather we got. Okay, we're missing two, and they're both, there's a kitty pet and a wind clan cat. Binky! No one, did somebody say Binky? We need Binky. Brown paw, bark face. We're missing a wind clan cat. Did I get brindle wing? Okay. Usually I get bracken wing and brindle wing together because I'll mix them up. Because they're both wind clan cats and they kind of have the same vibe in my opinion. Yeah, echoing. Yay, confetti! Berry fall being like one of the last ones. I'm so sorry, Queen. I would say that Brandy is probably... I like how there's only one cat that's from an actual clan, unlike any of these. Warrior clan doesn't really count, right? Okay, let me update the music. The music always dies when we start making... when we start doing quizzes. Oh yeah, I wanted to maybe doodle some enamel pins. Okay, so if you guys don't know, I want to do an enamel pin like Kickstarter this year. It's one of my goals. And I have a concept that I want to do for it. My concept... Hold on. Let me change my working on... So my enamel pin idea that I would like to do, let me make the background a darker color so I don't kill my eyes. Also, wait, I'm in CMYK. I don't want to be in CMYK. I want to be in RGB, please. I forgot to remove the pin. Okay, I got you. Pin message. Thank you. The day the music died. Alrighty, so my enamel pin designs that I want to go with is I want to do kitten litters, but like they're warrior cat siblings. So I want to do like obviously popular siblings. So I could do like one of the power of 3, but I haven't decided if I wanted them to do, if I wanted to do kitten litters or if I wanted, like if I wanted them to be kitteny or if I just want them to be, I mean, I guess I could just do kind of chibi-y. Are the chibis going to be in the rooms with us? Yes, they will be. So I want to do one for obviously the power of 3. I'm actually thinking, yeah, I feel like there's only so much you can do with kittens. Also, my keychains are already kittens, so yeah, Ivy and Dove. So I think my when you do enamel pin like Kickstarters, you usually have like a couple designs, and then once you reach the goal for those designs, you like start adding stretch goals. So I wanted the first ones to be like Leaf and Squirrel, the power of 3, and then Ivy and Dove probably. And then like my stretch goals could be like Clear Sky and Gray Wing. Maybe I can even add like Jagged Peak and Fluttering Bird. I don't know what kind of like style I should do for enamels. I've seen people do like thin line art and thick line art. Yeah, they're like, and I feel like they're usually tiny, so you kind of want to enunciate their features, right? But if I did them all sleeping, I feel like the only one that would be, I feel like there's only so many like sleeping poses I could do though. The other thing would be, I'm trying to think of what sort of pose. Yeah, I would like to do a Princess and Firestar one. I would like them to be bullying. Not bullying, but enamel pins are usually kind of like the same, like you kind of want them to be simple shapes, right? I think that, I mean, I kind of would want to do like a Sleek Whisker Juniper Claw Strikestone one, so... But I think that enamel pins get more expensive the more colors you put in them, right? Yeah. I would like to do like a Brackenfur, Thornclaw, Cinderpelt, Brightheart one as well, you know? I'm just gonna like doodle some stuff on different... And you want them to be readable. So I don't want to get too... I feel like a simple pose is probably better. You want them to be kind of readable, right? With the, like the metallic. I'm gonna have to like read up on some like faux pas people do for enamel pins and stuff. Tall Shadow and Moon Shadow. I could do like, I could see like Sparkpelt and Alderheart. I'm almost wondering if I should... See, I don't feel like... I mean, those aren't really on my radar. But you could, I could do like Lightning Tail, Acorn Fur, and Thunder. Like I could do some, or like Violet Shine and Twig Branch. Tadpole, Mothwing, and Hawkfrost. Yeah, that's true. That would be a nice one. They have to be siblings though. Unfortunately, single litter kittens do not apply. Morning Kit and Moonpaw, obviously. I could do. Tawny and Bramble. Yeah, that was one I had an idea on. And then if I did kittens or like kind of, I could do, I mean, like for Rusty and for Firestar and Princess. I guess I don't have to include the whole litter if I have to. Are they going to be full grown? Yeah, I haven't decided. I just know that I want them to be based on like siblings. That's how much my elevator pitch has happened so far. I mean, I'm sure that some of them, like the Princess and Rusty one is going to have to not be, they're going to be kittens, right? You could do like tiny skirt, tiny socks and Ruby as well if you wanted to. I feel like it would be cuter if it was like this. I don't want him to look like Shippy. I mean, it's not gonna look Shippy, it's just... Blue Star and Snowfur, yeah, you could do that one. Oakheart and Crooked Star would be fun. Like, Oakheart and Crooked Star I could see being more like fully grown and like confident. I feel like I would probably, honestly, I feel like I would just pick whichever one feels natural for like the sibling bond, you know? Or like, but I could do like Storm Kit and Oak Kit like on a stepping stone as well. Moss, Stone, and Misty, yeah. Or Feather and Storm for I would do. I don't know. I'm gonna have to like think about. I like how this is literally how my ideas for things start. They're just like random sketchies. Let me look up some. I mean, I could have some of them being like teasing each other. Or honestly, I could do a Violet Needletail. Like I could do some like adopted pairings. Not pairings, adopted siblings. But I would probably do a Twig Branch Violet kit first. Maple Shades kits. I don't know. Yeah, Lightning Tail and Thunder is definitely one that I would do. I could even, you could sneak Acorn Fur in there. This looks like Morning Paw and Moon Kit, honestly. I'm not even, or I literally just swapped it, but it looks like Morning. Needle, Violet, Twig, and Older. Yeah, I mean, I would do Older with Spark. I feel like Needle's just not going to be there. This isn't just, I mean, like, it's the enamel pins is specifically, like, sibling bond. So there's just going to be cats that aren't going to be able to be in it. Sorreltail's first litter. I'd like to, I would like to at first focus on characters that, like, their relationship with their siblings is a very important, like, aspect to their character. Before I just, like, started randomly just doing a bunch of siblings, I guess. Yeah, I was thinking about the Ash, Fern, and Cloud. They're not really, the fact that they're siblings isn't, like, super... like, explored. Yeah, I don't know if I should go for like a more simple approach. I could do, Bristol's siblings aren't really, her relationship with them isn't really explored, but like Shadow, Light, and Pounce would be a good one too. A lot of the 3 sibling, unless you're like Lion, Holly, and Jay, a lot of the 3 sibling ones, one of the siblings kind of gets left out, but... I don't know. I might want to... simplify out the silhouette a lot more. I also want them to be something that I would want to be put on my backpack, so... Dust Muzzle and Mothlight. I can't think of too many Dawn of the Clans ones because honestly the Dawn of the Clans ones are going to be like no one cares. The majority of them. No, this is siblings. It would have to be Ravenpaw with like Dust Pelt, which no one ever thinks about. I would like to keep it to pairing. Not pairing. I keep saying pairings. I mean, they're pairs of characters is why I keep saying it. I have to keep thinking about... I want to keep the sibling relationships that are actually in the books and not just like family tree added later. I don't know. There aren't that many 4 sibling ones that I would like take a crack at. The only ones that I could see genuinely doing is like Bracken, Thorn, Bright, and Cinder. And then like I don't know, maybe Hawkwing and his siblings. Hey, Anna. I would do Sunstar and Feather Whisker. I like those. Nightheart and Finchlight, yeah. There is Flicker Kit, but I don't know if I would include. I mean, Flicker Kit was DOA, so. Pinky and Smudge. No. I like this one. Binky is not Smudge's brother. That's a headcanon I have. Sorrel's first litter? I guess. A lot of them are just going to be 2, and then there's going to be like a couple 3s. I feel like the Squirrel Flight and Leaf Pool one, they should both like have stars in their eyes. Like they're both like looking up. Because they both have their destinies they want. I don't know if this is. This is probably not them, but I'm just saying. Blue and Lion. I don't know. They're not like. I would do Snowfur and Blue Star and Crooked Star and Oakheart before them for sure. It's on the screen, Anna. The kids that died? Okay, no. I am going to be spending money to make these. I need to be able to make money. Unfortunate reality. I've got plenty of ideas. I don't even know if it's going to be funded past, like, so much, you know? I don't know how many I want to do. I guess it just depends on how much funding I get. I definitely want to do Dove and Ivy. I mean, the 3 that are going to be the ones that will start the what's it called? The ones that will start it are going to be the Power of 3 Siblings, Squirrel and Leaf, and Dove and Ivy. And then there will be stretch goals. Actually, I don't think you guys realize how many ideas you've already given me. Hold on, let me write down the ideas. Hold on, let me grab it. So we're not doing any obscure characters. Except for Strikestone. I feel like I could do some really cool. I feel like I'd want Ivy. Everyone remembers their relationship from Omen of the Stars, so. Snow Kit. And it's sibling though. We can have people sometimes they'll do like, hey, here's a special Kickstarter exclusive enamel pin, and we can do, I don't know, some single kit litter that like the entire point is that it's a single kit. I don't know who that would be, but see ya, Starry. Hold on, I'm making a blank document so you guys can... I'm gonna number it. Okay. This is what I'm talking about. So, squirrel and leaf, jay, lion and holly, ivy and dove, and then like gray wing, gray and sky, alder, and this is not in any order, by the way. Violet and twig, rusty. Yeah, these are just like really, really rough like ideas. That one's cute. That's cute. And then bracken, thorn, cinder, and bright. I would like to do shadow, light, and Pounce, Tiger, Dawn, and Flame. Storm and Feather, Bramble and Tawny, Hawk, Moth, and Tadpole. Could be cute. Tiny, Ruby, and Socks. Like, do you guys see what I'm talking about? Look how many ideas we already have. There's, like, no way that we can actually get all these done. Or funded, right? Crooked and Oak. Obviously, my goats. Barley and Violet. I could... It would have to be... You'd have to add Hoot and Jumper. I think. Honestly, that might be a really boring one because it would all just be black cats except for Violet. Moon and Morning. You could do Jagged. Oh yeah, I did want to do Jackdaw and Feather, Falling Feather. I thought that could be a really, really cool. That one might be good with normies. Oh yeah, Misty Stone and Moss is a good one. Tiny Branch. No, I don't think that's a good one. I do like Thunder, Lightning, and Acorn. Specifically, I think Thunder and Lightning, but I would try to add Acorn in there. Let's see, what else do we have? I could sneak in a... This one is completely headcanon, by the way. Complete headcanon right there. Sun and Feather. Could be fun. These ones are like super headcanon. Oh yeah, somebody mentioned Knight and Finch. See, I feel like Turtletails could... yeah. Pebble, Sparrow, and Owl Eyes. That could be really good. There's no way I'm getting 25 of these pins down. We only have one that has 4, though. Oh yeah, somebody mentioned earlier that maybe like Cinder... Mole, Poppy, and Honey. Starling and Robin. We don't really know what their relationship is yet, but you could also say Root and Needle, but I mean... You could technically do, like, Gale and Crow, but I don't think I would actually do that one. I could see, like, maybe Goose and Moon. Somebody mentioned Thistle, Rose, and Sweet. You could do Willow and Gray. Obviously, not all of these are going to be... These are just ideas that I think people might go for. They might not. No, I was thinking about leopard and patch, but... I think I would do One Eye and Dappletail first. Or one Eye and Speckle or whatever. Willow Red and Spotted. Honestly, that might work. Barley and his siblings. Yeah. The only problem with that is it'd have 3 black and white cats in it. And I don't know. I feel like that's a little boring. See ya, Echoing. I don't really want to include a cat that, like, died and was named on the family tree, or, like, named post-mortem. Like Heathertail and Gorse and Gale Kit, you know? I don't really want to do that. Or, like, Gorsepaw and his, like, dead siblings. I guess I could do, like, One Morning and Ash. Well, actually, I feel like I would do, like... Before I did that, I would do, like, Mud and Torn first. Because they were... Or you could do Night and Claw. I need to put these in order of, like, importance to me. No, I'm not doing the Wildcats. No one reads StormClan's Folly. Why are all the villains, like, have no siblings that are living? I'm, like, trying to think. Only Tiny does. No one cares about Stripebark. No one really cares about Gale Star either. Splash and Fog. Freckle and Birch. Blackstar does have siblings. Flint, Fern, and him. No one really likes Blackstar. I mean, people like Blackstar, but... I think that's fine. I mean, they have Scourge. aka the most important villain. Anyway. Oh yeah, I said maybe Jagged. And Fluttering. I don't think that's gonna be the case, but... Oh, and somebody said maybe Dust and Moth. I honestly feel like... I can't see more than... I mean, I have no idea. I have no idea how successful it will be, so... I've never done enamel pins either, so I'm a little like, oh god. I'm gonna have to make sure that they look really good. Anyway, I think I'm done for today. I rendered up all of the ThunderClan Lake Camp background. I did that first nice little cleanup sesh, so all of the coloring is in place. next time on Thursday, we'll incorporate all these cats into the background and start with the final touches. And I think I will. I honestly will probably finish this week. I'm kind of aiming to finish this week, so we'll work on that. I don't know if we'll do some more enamel pins. Hold on, let me save this to my cloud. On Thursday, we'll work on painting up this background. So these are my color keys, and I will start rendering out all the little sections on this. It's nice and big. So this will be for people that want to apply. You'll see like how I do each individual thing. I'll put this on Clip Studio. I'll render some of it in Clip Studio and some not. So anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. I will see you guys again on Thursday. We'll work on some more WordCat stuff. And I might doodle some enamel pin designs tomorrow. Like, kind of doodle some designs because I kind of want to do that on stream, off stream, while I'm just like watching a YouTube video and can mindlessly scribble. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate it. And I'll see you guys all next time. Bye.